A very good day to you. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. It's Wednesday, June 7th. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run. If you see what looks like a haze outside and you smell smoke as if it were coming from a nearby fire pit, it's actually coming from Canadian forest fires burning hundreds of miles away. The state departments of Environmental Conservation and Health are advising that exposure can cause short-term health effects such as irritation of the eyes, nose, and throat, coughing, sneezing, running nose, and shortness of breath. Exposure to elevated levels of fine particulate matter can also worsen medical conditions such as asthma and heart disease. If you are susceptible to the negative effects of the smoke, you're advised to stay indoors or when going outside, wear a mask. A federal court yesterday ruled that executive orders in Orange and Rockland counties preventing hotels from accepting New York City's homeless are unconstitutional. While both counties disagree with the rulings, officials note that they have no bearing on existing temporary restraining orders since they were issued by state Supreme Court justices. Orange County spokesman Justin Rodriguez noted the temporary restraining order against New York City will remain in effect at least until June 21st, when the state Supreme Court will issue a ruling on the continuing nature of the restraining order. Dozens of activists rallied with state lawmakers in Albany yesterday, calling on Governor Hochul to support legislation that would ban the discharge of nuclear waste into the Hudson River. The groups are specifically targeting Holtec's plan to dump radioactive waste from the decommissioned Indian Point nuclear power plant in Buchanan. Food and Water Watch senior New York organizer Santosh Nandabalan said Hochul must support legislation to block the discharge in the waning days of the Senate and Assembly. More news right after this.
Find over 100 retailers allowing you to spend hours shopping safely at the Galleria at Crystal Run. Enjoy the big brands and the diverse selection of family-owned stores all in one location. The Galleria at Crystal Run offers dining options for everyone with Fuji 110 Grill, Allen's Mediterranean Grill, and Peru Cuisine. Discover the Mid-Hudson Valley's premier shopping, dining, and entertainment destination, the Galleria at Crystal Run. For more information, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or visit GalleriaCrystalRun.com.
Governor Kathy Hochul came to the Storm King Arts Center in New Windsor yesterday to announce that 19 arts venues across the state will receive a total of $90 million for upgrades and expansions. Among them is the Storm King Arts Center, where she made the announcement. That facility will receive $7.5 million for new amenities.
We want to make sure that arts and culture remains indispensable as part of the New York story, and that's what this commitment is all about, and I will always make sure we do that.
Other grants in the Hudson Valley include $10 million to Hudson Valley Shakespeare Festival in Putnam County and $2.4 million to the Artifact of the Hudson Valley in Dutchess County. The Middletown Common Council last night voted to accept $2.5 million from the state to build a parking garage. The funding was secured by Senator James Skoufis, and Mayor Joseph DeStefano says the city's working with the lawmaker to determine the size and location.
Downtown is the priority, obviously, and that's what we're hoping that will definitely end up in the downtown area.
Middletown officials have long sought funding to build a parking garage near the Paramount Theater to accommodate the volume of vehicles during events. The City of Kingston Common Council passed a bonding resolution last night totaling $14 million to help the Kingston Library District with the reconstruction and expansion of the existing library building. Alderman Reynolds Scott Childress explained the vote.
The City of Kingston itself is not borrowing this money. This is money that the library is bonding for, but it has to go through the City of Kingston as per state law.
Tax levies from the library district are expected to pay for the bonding over time. A 4-alarm fire raged on Lower Broadway in the city of Newburgh yesterday. The blaze at 210 Broadway was at the corner of Broadway and City Terrace. It burned 3 buildings. Several area fire departments were assisting in the firefighting operation. There was one report of a civilian injured. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run.